Well, welcome to Agriculture, Finance, and Economics. This is the online section of this course. I'm honored that you joined us here. This is our first offering of this particular course and brand new agriculture systems management program. So just wanted to take a minute and touch base with you. Some of you were in our classes last year, so you'll kind of be a little bit familiar with the way I run my courses, but I just want to touch base a little bit about our syllabus, a few of the policies in here, grading policies, whatnot. I'll let you know where my office is, as you can see there on the front page. But you'll be taking a close look. This is available to you on our Blackboard site, which will be our home base site for this. I'll also take a minute to show you a few things in our Ag Business Plan, which is our tool that we'll be using also in the course, particularly in this course, the financial section. So we'll go through a little bit about that and show you some of those resources too, and we'll get a lot more into that as the semester goes on. This is the way I run this course is that on Tuesday mornings I send out I post the week's assignments. It kind of outlines where we're at. As you'll see as we go through the syllabus here, if you haven't already, there's reading assignments that go along with the competencies that we're trying to cover in each week. For those that were in class last semester, and remember the competencies that we had listed out, I reserve the right that we'll change some of these if we can. I want you to have there's certain parts of this that are very important that I think you understand well, and we'll take our time on those to make sure everybody has those. My goal is for everybody to pass this class, which simply means meeting the competencies, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. As you can see, it is an online course, so that means really if you're gonna rely on yourself here for time management. I'm sure a number of you have taken a lot of online courses by now, so you're aware of that, but I just want to make that clear that we're going to move through this material, and it's not always easy to remember to do the work. There'll be work every week to work through, so I don't want you to fall behind. There is a hybrid section which meets 4 times throughout the course of this semester. For this course, at least at the moment, we will be meeting at our Portage campus for all 4 of those classes. They meet on Friday mornings, and I'll send those dates to you. One thing that I do in all of my courses, the online students, if you're able to, you're more than welcome to join us in the face-to-face sections of the hybrid. We'll be more or less on the same page. One of the things that I do try to do throughout the course of the semester is bring in different guests that are what I would consider people you'll want to know and resources that you'd want to know if you continue in your farming career. So if you want to come and see them in person, they'll probably be at our Portage campus is more than likely where I'll have those opportunities. Otherwise, I ask them if they're willing to let me videotape their presentations, and I put them on my YouTube channel, which will be posted linked to the Blackboard site, which is where this video is going to end up, where you'll find it. Again, I have standing office hours on Mondays at our Truex campus. Every Monday from 1 to 3, I'll be there. For the most part, unless I'll try to send a notice if for some reason that doesn't work out. And again, so if you're on campus at Truex and want to stop by my office if you have questions, if you have need some work on, be glad to meet with you during those times. On the Fridays after each of the hybrid courses, for this course and for the animal science course, I'll be in my office, the part-time faculty office on the Portage campus, those afternoons that our hybrid section meets. So, and if you need to, by all means, we can set an appointment and find a time that works for both of us. And of course, email is a great way to communicate. Online students, the easiest way. You can also call my desk phone number there. Will send me an email if you leave a voice message. That will email me your message as well. And glad to try to set up a time that could work for both of us if these hours don't work for you, and see what we can do. I want to make sure everybody is able to get through this course. So let's see. Like I said, every Tuesday I'll be sending out a week's assignment, and then throughout the week, depending on the week, I'll add video content to the Blackboard site. We'll also be working in Eggplan. A number of you have already set up your Eggplan accounts and made me the reviewer for that, so that's good to see. And we'll get into that just a little bit more. The textbooks for this course, if you were in the course last year, the Fearless Farm Finances, we're going to work through more of that. And also the Sand County Almanac. Both of those are available in the bookstore from the Fearless Farm Finances. You can buy directly from Moses, which is a Midwest organic, well, I don't remember. Moses is a group that is the publisher of that, and they have a website that I can link in the Blackboard as well. And our other book, The Financial Management, is available on our bookstore as well as that. If you have trouble with the Fearless Farm Finances and can't find it for some reason, let me know. I do have extra copies that I can get for you too in my office in Madison. And we mentioned already, we're going to be using Eggplan. A number of you already set up your account. That's good. If you haven't, please go ahead and do so. We'll be working in that throughout the semester, creating the financial plan for a farm, either your farm, or I'll provide data for a farm for you if you don't have one, and then let you practice with that to get experience, so that when you are in that situation, if you go to get financing for your farm, this is one of the biggest parts of the business plan that, of course, that the lenders will need from you. I do expect everybody to participate in the different activities that we're doing, the posting on our blog and our discussion boards. That participation, you're sharing your views, your experiences, is a great way for you to learn from each other. It's definitely something, peer-to-peer learning is a great way to experience farming and help each other out throughout your careers as farmers. I hope that you'll find different networks, and I'll introduce you to some ideas for where you might find those types of networks to gain experience, to build, to ask questions, find help where you need it, that kind of thing. And our next in the syllabus is, this is the competencies that we're going to go through in this class. And the way that I teach and grade is that I try to make a competency-based course. So if you meet these competencies, and the way you meet them are described in the criteria, that's how you pass this course. You show me that you can do these skills, and this is how I see that as, at least at the moment. We can change these as time goes on. There's going to be some debate around them, especially being a new course. But this is what I'd like you to be able to do at the end of the course. And I think you'll see that's the way we try to work through the whole semester. So take some time and take a look at those. That's our goals for this semester, to get through in this class, and how you can demonstrate those goals, those criteria. Get down here a little bit to the grading section. As I mentioned, the way I grade is a rating scale of either met or not met the particular criteria, the skill that the criteria is pointing out. This breaks out the letter grade. Letter grades, I hope that everybody gets 100% of the criteria. That's my goal, because these are designed to be things that will help you along in whatever field you're in agriculture, but particularly if you're interested in being a farmer. And farming and producing, you'll be using these skills to help you better understand the financial aspects of that farm. And of course, we get into our goals or plan for the weeks that we'll be going through for the next 16 weeks. And I've put over here the sections in the books that we'll be working through when we're in Eggplan financial section, when we'll be entering stuff in there, to give you some sense of that. The ones that are blank means that we're still working through the one above. So in week 4, where the competencies here, you'll see that there's nothing in that. That just means that we're still working in these other areas that were listed out before. Okay. I think that goes through that well enough. Take some time to take a look at that. If you have any questions on the syllabus, by all means, you can email me. I will be adding a questions discussion board eventually, probably yet this week, if not early next week. And that is a place where if you have any questions, if you have a question, probably somebody else does too, and you can post your questions on there. Also, you'll be able to, if you see something that you have an answer to, by all means, you can share it. Especially if it's a question related to how to do an assignment, you can work on those kind of things together, and I will be monitoring that for questions too. I guess I have the final word on the grading end of it, or the total how-tos end of it, but everybody has a lot of experience that they bring to the class, so that's part of the discussions, is being able to share your experience there. All right, let's take a quick look at the AG plan. A number of you, like I said, have set up your AG plan account and made me a reviewer. I want to show you in this course in particular, if you haven't, when you open an AG plan and you start a new plan, you have an opportunity to choose any of these different plan types. If you already have a farm and you want to be working with that data, then I would suggest choosing one that is relevant to that. If you don't have a farm, it doesn't really matter which one of these types that you choose, because but you do need to choose one of the agriculture plan types, because, as we'll see in a minute, one of these 3, the ag commodity, the value added, or organic transition, because when we get through working with the financial section, that is where the tools that we want to be working with exist. So when you set up a new AG plan, there's all these areas on the side. Those of you that were in the course last year already started working through a lot of the information in these first parts of the plan. This semester, we're going to be focusing pretty exclusively, in the last section, the finances section of that plan. And there's a tool in here in the resources tab that you'll want to download, which is this AG plan financial spreadsheet. And when you do that, you'll get a tool that looks like this. This is the tool where we're going to be entering and building all of the financial data for either your farm or for the model farm that we'll be using, or both. And that's, of course, you'll need that to be able to do the work, and then we'll be able to work through a number of the financial analyses in here. There's also a fair amount of resources available beyond the course. This IFSAM website is a good tool. It was developed by the University of Minnesota's Center for Farm Financial Management, the CFFM. As you can tell, I don't always read well, but that's part of getting old. I guess I don't see as good as I used to. But this website here has a number of resources for you going forward if you need that. One of the things I really like about AG Plan itself is that it has a number of resources with that to those that were in the class last year. You can attest to that. You work through a number of things. A lot of the sections have this tips area that talks a little bit about what you're going to be doing in this section, what this is all about. There's resources in a number of them. Like I said, we're all going to be using this financial tool. There's also all these other resources that start to get to some of the things that we'll do. We'll be working through these worksheets a little later as we build out the resources. And in a number of these areas, there's also a sample that shows what it might look like when you have those documents complete. All right, well, that's kind of a lot to get through in one video, so I'll stop there for the moment. if you have any questions, you can email me or call me or stop by during office hours, and I'd be glad to meet with you and talk to you about that. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in class.